Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. Today I'm talking to you about a resident assistant and exactly what all of that means, why I chose to become one, and yeah, just everything about it. So if you've seen my first video, you would have learned that I am going to be a resident assistant next year at my college. Right now, or not anymore because it's summer, but I was a freshman and I will be a sophomore starting in the fall, and I got the resident assistant job, or RA job, at my school. The interview process was quite intense, but I am thrilled to say that I got the job. A resident assistant has a bunch of different jobs. There's a bunch of different things that you don't even know that your resident assistant is doing behind the scenes. So for example, okay, so if you're thinking of, if you think you kind of know what it is, you probably think, okay, they make our door decks, which are little, like, I guess, name tag things that, like, it's a little design and it will have your name on it and it goes on your door. So, like, people know, okay, so Beth lives in that dorm. Also, it's just kind of cute. It's kind of like something you put on a locker in high school or middle school. But it's common on all college campuses. So they will make your door decks, and they'll make bulletin boards throughout the hallway. So you'll see cute little bulletin boards about different topics. Usually they have an educational thing that the RAs have to follow to make it. I know that at my college campus we definitely have to do that. There's going to be like set lessons we have to follow. So it's going to be stuff about diversity, stuff about, you know, don't drink, drugs and alcohol, stuff like that. Partying, different, just like how to stay on task, how to manage your time, stuff like that, that's supposed to benefit your residents. So for me, next year I will have 25, give or take a couple, residents in my hall, and it's going to be all girls and it's going to be all female. They should all be freshmen. There might be a couple exceptions, but for the most part they're going to be freshmen. And that's just the hall I'm in. I'm very excited. I get my own room as an RA, and so back a little bit to what else we do. So other than making the bulletin boards and the door decks, we also we have to talk to our residents. We have to make sure they're okay. We have to be there for them. So if a resident comes to you with a problem, like something in their family or their friend group or something is happening, they can come to you and you have to help them through that. But I mean, if you're applying for this job, like, that's something you want to do. Like, it's not like you're like, oh, I have to help this person. Like, you're not going to apply for this job unless you want to do that for people, unless you want to be that person for someone. I like to think of an RA as kind of like the college hall mom. Like, you don't have your parents there, your RA is kind of there for those situations where, like, kind of as the mom. So, like, no, it's not like your parent. Like, we're equal to you, especially my campus. We make sure, like, to show that we're equal to you. Like, there's levels of respect you have to have for us, because we can, like, I mean, you can't tell us, or, like, you know, we have confidentiality between different residents and stuff, like, and we're kind of like a role model for you. We have certain standards we have to meet as resident assistants, but at the same time, we're still a student just like you are. Nothing makes us significantly, like, higher than you. So, like, we're not really your parents, but we're there if you need someone that's kind of like a parent. And it's just, like, the easiest way to describe it. It's like we're there if you just need something, and if, you know, there's a problem going on, you just want to talk to, like, you can go to your RA. It doesn't matter what time of night it is, what time of day. I mean, obviously I don't want to be woken up at 2 a.m, but, like, it's my job, so, you know, I can only be so mad. If you need me, I'm gonna be there for you. And so we have confidentiality between our residents, of course, unless it's a really big issue and we need to tell our bosses or the police, but there's a step of commands that we have to go through in order to get that and keep that confidentiality between people. We can't just go to our best friend and be like, guess what my resident did, like, it was so crazy. Like, we can't do that, we'd be fired, because it breaks confidentiality. And so we have, basically, the most important thing that we do is really just talk to our residents, make sure they're okay. Especially with freshmen, they might do a lot with homesickness, or just, like, trying to fit in, loneliness. Like, you might not know anyone at the school, like, literally no one. So, you know, they might rely on their resident a lot, or their RA a lot, because they don't know anyone. They don't know what to do. They don't know what's going on. Like, registration, classes, like all this stuff is new for freshmen, which is why I wanted to help them out, because I was like, hey, I was just in your shoes. I want to be that person to help you through it, help you feel as comfortable as you can be in this new environment. So that's the main reason I wanted to work with freshmen, and I'm so excited I get to do that. And I'm trying to think of what else. We do this thing at my school where we have, I'm sure other schools do this too, where we have to have, as a RA, we have to meet with every resident, I think at least once a semester. So we have like certain requirements that we have to do to like meet with them to make sure that they're okay, because we don't want anyone to fall through the cracks, who, you know, really depressed or not going to classes for some reason or failing out. Like we want you all to succeed, so we're just kind of in the system to help you do that and to like kind of be like on your side to help you in any way that you need. Also, we have other things that we do, so like we'll make events for our hallway, like I know something I want to do and that my hall did last year was a coloring event. So it was around finals and we colored little like coloring pages, coloring books, stuff like that, and people could bring their own, or we had some provided, and we just got to color and talk, and we watched memes at the same time. It was really funny, or watched memes, we watched Vines at the same time. So it was a great time. It was really helpful to de-stress around finals. So like just like things like that, like having a coloring party, having a movie night, stuff like that, just at your hall to help build that community and get people to know each other and talk to each other more. It makes a world of difference, especially when you're transitioning to college from high school, and like, you know, you don't know anyone. It's a great way to get to know people. And so like we'll do stuff like that. We also do stuff that is called Take Twos, which if there's an event going on campus, we will say, hey, I'm gonna have a Take Two, meet in the lobby at this time, and we'll all go together. That way your residents, that it gets them kind of more inclined to go because they're not going alone to an event. So it might be a sports game, like a football game, or it might be like an event that's just going on campus, or maybe a fine arts show, something like that. I loved these as a freshman with my RA because I was like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's happening. If my RA is going, obviously it's worth my time because she's not a freshman, so she knows more about everything. And there's a certain hours we're supposed to meet every week of work that we have to do. Just there's a large range of what constitutes as work. So making our door decks and our bulletin boards counts as work, and we have to. Next year we'll have to, I know a lot of people for an RA job have to work at the front desk of their building. We do not used to have to do that, but we will now. But it's like 2 hours a week at the front desk of our building, so it's nothing crazy. Now, of course, if there's something going on in your hall, there are going to be those moments where you have to sit, like, you know, you might end up spending a whole night awake because you're dealing with something that happened in your hallway, or with one of your residents. Or like maybe a resident needs you and it's, you know, 3 a.m. But, you know, it's part of the job. It's going to happen. It's not the best part of your job, but like I said, it's going to happen, and you signed up for it. But I really struggled with homesickness and like kind of just dealing with the change of college. It was such a change of pace, environment. Having my RA there to help me through all of those things, even when like I was dealing with homesickness like really badly my first semester. But I didn't realize, like, my RA, like, I'd go and talk to her, and I thought about bringing it up to her because I knew she could help, but just I didn't want to, like, get really upset. Like, I just wasn't in the mood. Like, I would be crying all the time, and I was like, I don't want to cry even more. So, like, I didn't want to bring it up. But just talking to her about just anything else, just whatever, helps me so much. She made me feel comfortable. She made me feel at home. Just having that person there to talk to was super helpful, even if I wasn't talking to her about being homesick. She felt like such a friend and someone I could always talk to, and that continued throughout the entire school year. I know I can go to her for anything, and just having that relationship alone with her was like amazing. Like, I don't know what I would have done without her there. So I wanted to be that person for someone else. Especially because, and like that's why I wanted to work with freshmen, because they don't know anything. Like, college is scary your first year. Like, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, it was amazing, like, on the time of my life, and I'm like, college was scary. College was stressful. Like, college was fun, but it was scary and stressful. It was a lot of change, a lot of things that you don't know. Like, I came from a small private school in a decently big town, so like it's a weird combination, but like I was very comfortable where I was. I had been at the same school for a very long time. I was very comfortable. I was excited to step out of that comfort zone, but it came with a lot of challenges that I didn't exactly realize. Like, I knew there were going to be challenges, I knew it was going to be hard, but it was just so helpful to have that person there that I could trust. And that was all because of how she was as an RA. She was an amazing RA. She's going to continue to be an amazing RA for her future residents. But just how open and welcoming and friendly she was just made me feel so comfortable and at home as much as I could be in this new and scary environment. And any question I had, I could ask her, and I didn't feel like it was a burden to her. That is basically what an RA is. I am super excited to do that. Hopefully I can do some vlogs relating to that. Don't exactly know what, because I don't want to break any confidentiality, but we will see exactly what I can pull out from that. But that won't start until like the fall for what we are for videos relating to that. But maybe I'll do a couple more of like my plans or something. I don't know. I am super excited for all of that, and I will see you guys for another video next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about what an RA is, or what they do, or like why I want to be an RA, anything about RAs, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you guys have any ideas for the videos in the future, feel free to leave a comment down below as well. I'd love to hear from you guys. I think that is all I have for you. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to be notified by any new videos I post, which will be every Thursday. Hit the bell button so that you will get notified. And I will see you next week. Bye.